Hey, hello there. How's everyone doing? It's another Comedy Spot Live. It's Tuesday or Wednesday or something, and I'm glad that you're here. Here's what's happening tonight. We have our murder mystery show, which I'm super excited about. I will let Detective Robin introduce all of her suspects in just a second. I'm glad that you're here. Remember, if you haven't done so already, go up to all those things over there and become a member, or follow us, or like us, or subscribe. Also, go to our full live schedule, satcomedyspot.com/live. You can check out all the stuff that's coming up this week. Also, you can make comments all throughout this, no matter what platform you're on. If you make a comment, I can share it with everybody. So I love seeing this intro, Dance Party Forever. Yes. We had Big Day of Giving not too long ago, and I had a dance party by myself in the middle of the night. I think other people danced. Like, I don't think I was the only one, but I was the only one here. Jack Brown says, sharing this so all my smart friends can help solve the dang murder. Thank you, Jack Brown. Yeah, hey, if you could do us a favor, if you could share this with everybody, we would super appreciate it. So just, share it really quick and tell everybody to come check it out. Jess says, yay, Brian. Let's see what else is going on. I thought let's see. Yeah, good. Jabberwocky's here. I think it's Tuesday. I don't know, though. Don't take my word for it. It's always good to see Jabberwocky. Like I said, I am super excited to see all of you here. Let's get on with the show. There's going to be a murder. That murder is going to be solved by you, well, all of us, and your detective, host, with the most. Here she is, Detective Robin.
Hello, gumshoes! Welcome back to another murder mystery. That's right. A murder did happen. It happened, and we can't change that, but we can change the future, and we can catch one of these criminals, and we're going to, all right? So I'm going to need your help. I need you to keep your ears open, your eyes open, your hearts and your minds open, and we're going to solve this mystery. What we do know? One Guy Edwards, I'm looking at my notes. Guy Edwards, a Silicon Valley tech, new kid in town, died. He was murdered. Do we have a picture of the poor lad?
Yes. It's going to go away from me, so don't say anything. No, hold on. I can... Detective Robin, I am trying to make a lot of things happen at once.
I know.
Okay, here we go. Watch this. I'm going to put the picture of the dead person right next to your face, not on your face. There it is.
Oh,
it's there.
Ugh, smells. Guy Edwards was murdered at the antique fair last Sunday. He was murdered. Guy Edwards had purchased a couple of ice cream parlor chairs that were very sought after. They're very special chairs. If we have a photo of that one?
Oh, I do. It's right there.
Yes, if you can see the chair, you can see the name on the back of that chair. It says George H.W. Bush. That's right. These chairs were sat in by our president. God rest his soul. And lots of folks wanted these chairs, but Guy Edwards made away with them, and then he was murdered. What was that about, I wonder? I think we'll figure it out, gumshoes. Let's get down to it, all right? So I need your help. We're going to talk to a couple suspects that I have here in custody. I'll just say hello to each of them one by one, and just give me a very, very succinct, I can't talk right now, a very short description of who you are, okay? So let's say hello to Carol Davidson.
Hello, I am Carol Davidson. I also work at the antique fair. I sell vintage antique books, rarefied books. Oh my goodness, so much fun. Can I go on about my books?
No, not right now. Thank you, Carol.
Okay.
All right, next we have Jim Campbell. Hi, Jim. Who are ya?
Hi, howdy. I'm Jim Campbell. I am a beekeeper, and I am an owner. I own the bee store. I own and operate the Bee Store. It's a store that does sell bees. It's right across from the antique fair. I like stopping in every once in a while and checking out the goods.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jim. All right. And lastly, we have Dan Jacobs. Hi, Dan. You're muted. Oh, good. You know.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Dan Jacobs. I like to walk my dog, take care of my lawn, and spend time with my family.
Oh, real family man with a kind of a little accent. That's so very nice. All right. I'm going to just, and
Excuse
yes.
me, Detective. I have a couple of things I have to share with you. There was a question about the murder, the murdered. Let's see. Yes, they want to know, is the corpse levitating?
Oh, I don't, honestly, what are they working on in Silicon Valley these days? He might be. I don't know. I'm not positive, but I'd say maybe not.
Also, I want to say I'm sorry for the echo, our echo and our sound. It has been fixed now, but we had a little echo.
Someone was complaining about that?
I don't think so. I think they were being very nice tonight, but I picked up on the fact that it was happening. So we're all good now.
Good. You don't want to mess with me. I have handcuffs. All right. Okay. I'm going to just talk to the suspects one more time. Rapid fire. I want each of you to tell me, describe the victim, Guy Edwards, in one word. Okay? Carol?
Masculine.
Ooh. Jim?
Guy.
Thanks, Jim. Dan?
Seemed like a pretty nice fella.
Oh, that was a couple of words, but that's fine by me. All right. Hey, Gumshoes, what do you say? Let's interrogate these sons of guns, huh? We're going to start with you, Carol Davidson. Can you just give us a little bit of background on who you are?
Certainly. So as I said, I also work at the antique fair. I sell rarefied books. My favorite book of all time is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's very delightful, great stories about civil disobedience, unreliable narrators, homage to Moby Dick with sexy men in sexy symbolic underwear. You'd think I just like the classics. No, you'd be wrong. I also like warm bodies, because who doesn't love cuddling next to a warm body? I unfortunately live alone, so my most social and physical human contact is during the antique fair, and I do enjoy all of that. And then for my fellow antiquers, are those of us who host the booth, I do bring Bloody Marys, scones, and frittatas on Sundays. I am a nurturer by nature.
Oh my goodness, I could use a Bloody Mary right about now, but maybe not so bloody. Yes, Brian?
Oh, I have some questions. Well, more of a statement. First of all, Patrick says, I like handcuffs. So thank you, Patrick, for that. Let's see. Was there anyone else inquiring about the chairs? So I think we should get down to that at some point. And then they also, they said Jim looks guilty right off the bat. And then also Hallie wanted to know, does Carol like that book because she is also cuckoo?
No, I like that book because of an unreliable narrator and a stick it to the man system. And Ken Kesey is not old enough to be a beat, but he's too young for other movements. And so he's part of the electric Kool-Aid acid test, and he drives around with Dick Wolf. And who doesn't love reading stories about LSD in the 60s? I think it's fantastic.
Wow, Carol. Quite the bookworm, I think. Okay, let's see. I want to know, Carol.
Yes.
And we will get down to these questions. Trust you me, Gumshoes. I know, I'm thinking the same things. I got my methods, though. Carol.
Yes.
Where were you at the time of Guy's death?
At the time of Guy's death, it's a mid-morning. It's time to go for a walk. My doctor says too much sitting or too much stationary activity is not good. So I went to go take a stretch. I might have been in the parking lot. I might have been past the parking lot at the time. I was really thinking about Labyrinth. As you can see, I just recently discovered House of Leaves. It is a labyrinth of a book. You quite literally have to interact with it and rotate it as you read it. Oh, look, that's in a circle. That's exciting. So I was just thinking about labyrinths, and I might have gotten lost in the labyrinth of the parking lot.
The labyrinth of the parking lot. These books, I don't read too much, but I've never read a book like that. I'll say that for sure. Huh, okay. Well, I'd like to know about your cooking. You cook and you bake. You give scones, I guess.
I
You
do.
know, scones, you
Mhm.
make those. Any, I don't know, other suspects here. Jim, Dan, have you ever had one of these fine scones of hers by chance?
I have had one myself. It was quite delicious, especially delicious with a little drizzle of honey on the top.
That it is.
Oh, was it your honey, Jim?
Oh, absolutely. Best in the nation.
Wow, in the whole nation. All right, all right, all
Oh,
right.
excuse me, detective.
Mm-hmm.
We do have just some comments and some questions coming in. Let's see. Hallie said it wasn't you, Carol. It was Jim. Right off the bat. And then Jack says, Guy seems like a really cool dude. And then
Okay. Yes, that's one take on it, I guess. He's
Yeah.
dead, though.
let's see. And then let's see. Jabberwocky said, personally, I think Carol should start a book club.
Oh, I have many. We meet almost every day of the week. I run 6 of them. Pick your day, pick your time. And they have different themes.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Are any of them murder mysteries?
No, that's very violent. I do have a children's book series. This month we're working on the Stinky Cheese Man. That's been very fun. It's a nice throwback.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating, Carol. Well, I think if the audience doesn't have any other questions for Carol, we're going to move on, but I'm sure we'll be back to you, Carol. I am sure. All right. Jimmy boy,
Yeah.
what's your story?
Well, I'm as I said, I do operate the bee store here in Sacramento. Used to be called the Sacramento Bee, but I did get a cease and desist letter from the newspaper company, so it's just the bee store now. Sales have gone down a little bit since then. That's fine. Yeah, I am a widower. A lot of time on my hands, so the bees they keep me busy. They really keep me busy.
Busy bees keeping you busy.
Oh, I like your sense of humor.
Jim, what brought you to the bees? I just want to know your character a little better.
Oh, okay. Well, as a kid, I had a lot of allergies. Okay, I was allergic to everything. All right, kind of an indoor kid. But one day a bee got in the house and it stung me. And my mom, she said, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the worst." Guess what? Nothing. Can you believe it? No hives. I didn't even feel it. It was great. So ever since then, bees have been for me.
What's your favorite thing about the bees, huh?
Oh, gosh, I gotta say, they're honest. They're hard workers. They pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. They don't complain either or unionize. All right. Yeah, and they believe in a free market. I like that about bees. They know that if they make enough honey for the queen, that honey's going to trickle down to them.
This is very interesting. This is kind of a political agenda, I believe. Brian, did you have something? You touched your face in a manner. I think you have a question.
Well, yes, just comments and things. Let's see. Here it is. How Buck 2018 says, "In dork kid." I think he's talking. Yeah, that Jim is an indoor dork kid.
Oh, dork.
I certainly was.
Also, Jabberwocky wants to know if he's allergic to blood.
Oh, geez. Am I allergic to blood? Yeah, sure. Of course I am. I said I'm allergic to everything except bees.
Wow. Allergic. Are you allergic to BS? I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm trying to scare you.
With the bee puns. Oh, I gotta say, I'm nervous. I'm not used to this sort of thing, but you're really making me feel at home.
Yeah, you seem pretty nervous. And so am I to understand that you and Carol do kind of know each other through this antique fair that you frequent? Because you have the bee store across the street, okay, Carol? So you know, and the scones and all that.
Yes.
You know each other. Carol, what do you know about Jim? Huh?
Well, I know Jim is a very sensitive soul and body with all his allergies. I do think he has an allergy to losing, though, as well.
An allergy to losing.
Yes. Well, Jim, I saw the way you looked at Guy when he bid on those parlor chairs, and I've never seen such a look of disdain before. And you have such a there was just so much hate there, and I'm wondering, did that just make your little bee blood boil, and then you just attacked him? Jim. I wasn't there. I didn't see.
Okay. Well, Jim. So, Jim, you wanted those parlor chairs, the ice cream parlor chairs. Can you explain?
Okay, look, I really wanted those parlor chairs. All right, I'll just say it. I'm a big time Republican. Okay, like the party makes me a little upset these days. Like, granted, but there's nothing like the good old days of George H.W. Bush, though. That man is my hero. I am a HW fanatic, all right. I have some collectibles from his time in office. Okay, I've got a couple right here. If you don't mind me showing you, I'm very proud of them.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so I've got some campaign pins. All right, look at this. 1988. There's Mr. Bush and Mr. Quayle. It says GOP, and it's the fellows make up the elephant's ears. Now I think the bee should be the symbol of the GOP, but that's just my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. This is also a prized one. This is a fantastic one. Look at that. No, read my lips. No new taxes. Oh, I love that. I love that. It's a famous quote of my friend Mr. H.W. Bush. And of course, Christians for real American values, Bush and Quayle, yay!
These are some throwbacks.
Of course, during the re-election, what should have been the re-election, before old Will Clinton came in, took over, they made their pins a little bigger. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm a little emotional about this. But oh, look at this. Is fun. Oh, yeah. Re-elect Bush and Quayle. They didn't get re-elected. They lost. I don't like losing.
Yeah, you don't like. You're allergic to losing campaigns. Very interesting, Gumshoes. Are you noticing what I'm noticing?
What's that?
Is that you are obsessed with H-Dub and you wanted those chairs. I didn't know. I mean, perhaps some, or maybe all of you, took to these parlor chairs, maybe?
Yeah, of course. I wanted the parlor chairs. They're great. They complete my collection, but I wouldn't murder for them.
Okay. I do have one more question for you, Jim, and then I want the other two to chime in as well.
Okay.
Jim, where were you? Where were you at the time of death?
Well, the bees needed to be checked in on, so I hopped to the yard and store to check in on them, and they do like it when I sing to them. Their favorite song is "Come Down" by the band Bush. You know that band Bush? They're my favorite band. They had the bravery to name their band after the greatest president of our time in the middle of that whole Will Clinton media. Not like that song Tupelo Honey by Van Morrison. That song's an abomination. The bees hate it.
Oh, the bees.
Tupelo's got the worst honey. I'm embarrassed that a song was made about Tupelo honey when Sacramento honey is the best. And Bush is the best band.
Okay.
I don't want to come back down from this cloud.
Calm down. Yes, Brian, yes.
Susan would like to know if the victim was a Democrat.
I'm not sure. I wish I had the chance to ask him before he fell over dead, but I would guess he's libertarian or something. Silicon Valley guy, makes a lot of money, has an Airstreamer, probably libertarian.
They want to hear from people. Also want to hear from Dan. They want to know
Yes.
how did he know the victim?
I am ready for you, Dan. Tell us your story, man.
Well, I was just fascinated with Jim. I mean, you know, that's a lot of memorabilia for just one term, like 4 years in office. But anyway, I will say that, you know, I thought this gentleman was very nice guy. That's his name, right? And we didn't talk too much, but I'm a nice guy too, and I helped him load the chairs in his car there. And
okay. All right. You were there when he died. Very interesting piece of evidence. Okay.
I would say right when he died. I mean, I was at the location. You see, I was just getting an anniversary present for my wife. You see, we've been married 25 years, and then 25-year anniversary, you're supposed to get silver. So I was looking for some silver at the antique fair. I'd never been there before in my life. I don't get out much. And that's it. I was there getting silver because that's the only place I could find it. I Googled it, got on Etsy, or didn't know what that was going on, Pinterest. I was like, okay, I'll just go to the thing. Antique fair.
Okay, so you're a kind of person who likes to consult the internet first, and then you're like, I give up. I'll use my 2 legs to go to this place and buy it with my own hands and some cash money.
Yeah, I'm old-fashioned in some ways, I'd say.
Okay.
Google can take you so far.
Google, big Google head. Google like Silicon Valley Google. Interesting. Okay, all right. This man's obsessed. We have a bee obsession. We have a book obsession. We have a Google obsession. All right. You know what I'm wondering? Hey, also, I do want to know, Carol?
Yes.
Did you have some sort of kind of thing about these chairs as well? Was there anything? Did you like the chairs?
Well, I very much enjoyed the action that took place on the chairs prior to the auction of the chairs and the selling of the chairs and the bidding. The man who previously owned the chairs, Gary, he's one of the local furniture vendors. Gary is a tender lover, and he holds me, and it makes me feel what is in Wuthering Heights. And he is my Heathcliff, and I know things sensually because of these chairs. It was hard to see them go, but it's really okay. Gary and I, it's purely just physical. We are what the children call friends with benefits.
Oh, okay, great, Carol. Okay, Brian, that was a big drop of information. You had relations on the chairs.
Yeah, who hasn't? I mean, George H.W. Bush sat there. Those chairs have seen so much ass. So much ass.
Oh, wow.
Detective?
Yes.
I have not had sex on the chairs before.
I don't think I have either.
You are missing out.
Oh, okay. Oh, are we?
Yes, they are so cushy and supportive, and they will support your lumbar system in a variety of positions. It's fantastic, especially if you have sciatic nerve pain. It's so helpful.
Oh, all right. Oh my gosh. Writing this on my to-do list. Have sex in these chairs. Yes, Brian?
Well, David said, the nice guy always does it. I think they're talking about Dan. And then Jess says, I swear that Dan sounds like someone I met down at the VA. and when Carol dropped her information about having sex in the chair, Sarah Aghamahmadi said Sarah's mouth dropped, and then a very smiley, teary face. Because they said that we were all very surprised when Carol said she had sex on the chair. That's all we're saying.
Smiley, teary face. What does that look like to you, Brian?
Like this. Yeah. Like that.
Yes, I know that one. Okay, good. Okay, so now we know that Carol has had sex in the chairs, that Jim Campbell was obsessed with George H.W. Bush, who sat in the chairs. Dan, my man, what is your thing about the chairs? Because I'm pretty sure we all have a little thing about these chairs.
Well, I mean, yeah, these chairs are made of leather, and you know, I grew up in a old timey drugstore. I mean, I didn't live there, but I worked there because my family owned a old timey drugstore, and I I admit that those chairs reminded me of that, but I wouldn't do anything like kill someone. I mean, or you know, have sex in them. It was just nostalgia, you know.
Okay, so you just wanted to maybe just get a little closer to the chairs, and you obviously all of you bid on these chairs? What was the deal here? This is a bidding situation, and the Guy Edwards won.
Yes, Guy did win. Jim did bid very, very closely. It was a tight bidding war, and that's when I saw Jim's disdain, his grimace. I don't need the chairs. I've had my fun with them. I can find other pieces of furniture. Gary will hook me up.
Oh, okay. All right,
Whoa.
good. Jim and Dan, do you guys have anything to say? Because she's throwing you guys under the bus. Brian, you go first. You boys think about it.
Hallie says the leather seats stick to the back of your legs, though. How can that be comfortable, Carol?
That's what I'm thinking.
You wear gypsy bohemian skirts, and you still sit under them. Those sit under you during.
Wow,
It's
she's
a
got
layer.
it all sorted out. Are you a sex coach?
No, I just believe in being intimate with your own body and knowing yourself in order to love yourself and give quality love to others.
Okay, love myself on my to-do list.
How-
Yes.
Love myself.
How was he murdered anyway? Did anybody say how he was murdered?
It's always a mystery until the end. We never really know, but we will find out
Yes,
together,
yes, we will.
Gumshoes. Jim, you look like you have a kind of funny little smirk on your face. What do you want to say?
That's just how I look.
Are you thinking about those bees again?
Oh, when am I not thinking about those bees? It just goes bees, HW, bees, HW, left brain, right brain. Ay, ay, ay.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm trying to. Dan, do you have anything to say? I really want you guys to give me information. Obviously, that's why you're here.
Well,
But you can also sell each other out. Go ahead, Dan.
try not to talk bad about anybody, but you know, Carol's trying to sell us out, and
Mhm.
I have to say, I mean, you've already said you're with that Gary guy. I mean, that must have been the one you were talking to when you were having that. I saw you have very kind of touchy feely embrace, and I mean, we know you do a lot more than that. So, I guess that would be surprising. But I saw you crying, and why don't you were crying? So and you said that you don't have to do this, Gary. That that little brat can pay for her own wedding. What was that all about?
Hmm.
No, I'm just saying I don't like to say anything about anybody, but
That's so
Here's-
kind of you, Dan, but we are trying to arrest someone. Carol, what's that all about?
Well, Gary is older, as am I. And with life experience sometimes comes children. And Gary does have a daughter from a previous relationship. She is full grown. She's an independent gal. I think she's got a good head on her shoulders. She reads a lot of young adult fiction, but she could, step up her game. She is getting married, and it means the world to her. And she is just this little Joe March of a woman, like a little woman, and she has found her true love, this German professor, but they're both very impoverished. And Gary's a good father, and Gary's going to sell our love chairs, our soul bonding chairs, our Heathcliff chairs, pay for her wedding because they are that valuable.
Okay. There's a lot on these chairs. A lot of sentiment.
Mm.
All right. Do we have
So
more
on the subject of selling people out, do you mind if I sell somebody out?
Please.
Oh, much appreciated. This Dan guy doesn't understand the value of these antiques. All right,
Mm.
you overheard him. I overheard him. Excuse me. I often speak in the third person.
It's okay.
I overheard him. He was dictating his Google search. he said, how much do these chairs cost? And then he said, who is George H.W. Bush? The audacity of that guy. I tell you, this nuts doesn't deserve the chairs, but he'd already outbid my offer on them, and well, the world's not fair.
I'm not very political. That's all. I just mind my own business. I didn't know.
Yeah, well, at least they went to someone with some class. That's all I gotta say.
Dan, one follow-up question from me. Why were you Googling how much these chairs would cost? Was there something on the line here, like something monetary? I don't know.
Well, I was trying to get some stuff for my wife. She's got cravings, and I had to take out a small loan to get our anniversary present. So I couldn't find any silver. I was looking for about the chairs. She's pregnant and she has cravings like ice cream, chairs, pickle. Maybe that's just a passing thing. I don't know. I'm just trying to get whatever I can. Keep my marriage together.
This makes sense now. This is a high stakes game, everyone. We have some severe nostalgia around the chairs. We have an obsession with George H.W. Bush, and we have a personal loan on the line here. You all three of you wanted these chairs, and one man made off the chairs and he died because of it. So I believe that we are ready to let the audience weigh in, or they have more questions, or what is it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
is that
my kids say I look like Clark Kent when I wear this shirt under my clothes. Old trick I do at home. Thank you.
The man obsessed with the bees. I see.
And you know what's happening is I'm muted, and so nobody heard anything that I was just saying. Luckily, I was able to put the graphics up there. We can't hear you, Bee. Brian, you're muted. Can't hear you, Brian.
That's okay.
I'm going to go back to my hole.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Gumshoes, I believe that I have an answer, and I hope that you guys do too. If you want to chime in with who you think did this, go ahead. I believe we all have our preconceived notions about who these people are. But I do know who did it, because I've done some personal investigating, and I'll share if you want me to. I'll go there. I'm going to go there. All right, so what I found in my investigations was a Google search history from one Dan Jacobs, not smart enough to go into incognito mode on his Google searches, but all very, yep, there he goes looking at his phone. All very innocent searches, but the timestamps, yes, they came in handy. Dan was helping put the chairs into the Airstreamer. He was helping the guy put the chairs in, but also was searching on Google how much does an Airstreamer cost. He thought it was a silver. He thought the silver on it would be a good anniversary gift because it's all chrome based. Anyways, yes, wipe your brow, Dan. It was not Dan who did it, though I would think it was. Who could it have been? Carol? Jim? Carol? Jim? Carol. It was Carol. Carol? Carol. You dirty, dirty sex monger.
I'm sorry. That's the power of love. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I'm only partially sorry, but sorry enough to, get a lesser sentence. And so what happened was this, is here comes Dan, and he's helping load the chairs into the Airstream, and Guy's there, and Guy wants the corner stall. He wants the corner lot for the antique fair, and it's just not fair. This is like Lord of the Flies, and he's Piggy, and I'm Jack. Okay, I'm Jack. He's Piggy. I had to take over, so I climb on top of the Airstream, and then as I stand on top of the Airstream, and he's there with the stairs like Piggy, I smash his glasses, and then I shove him down. And I would just quote how I felt, because it's very, very much like the end of Lord of the Flies, if I could just find each number. Yes. And so here I am, and I'm weeping for innocence in the darkness of this woman's heart, and the fall of the air of the true, unwise, foolish, selfish Guy. He took it all. He shouldn't have. That was my corner lot, and the opportunity seized, and I took it. And I think William Golding would be very proud of me.
I knew it. I knew it was you. You're suspicious.
Yes. You get to read a ton in jail, Missy. Oof. All
I'm
right,
disappointed in you, Carol. I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Maybe I can make some prison scones and send them your way.
I'd like that.
Hallie
like
said the bee Carol did it. And then Jess says Carol whacked him. And then Megan wants to know if she used sardine oil to kill him.
No, that is a different Carol. I kill by literary tropes. Check this one out. It's very scary.
All right. Very good. And now I'm starting to sense that Carol and Jim have a special relationship that might continue while she's in jail. But that ain't up to me to decide. I'm proud of you, Gumshoes. We did it again. Woo!
Good job, detective. Everyone is... Jabberwocky says he knew it right from the very beginning, by the way.
Oh, Jabberwocky, we love you. We don't know who you are, but we love you here.
We still want to find out who this person is.
We do. That'll be the next murder mystery. Not murder, but mystery. It'll be the next mystery we solve. Who is Jabberwocky?
Well, thank you, detective, and thank you to the suspects. And I'm sorry, Carol, you're going to be going to jail, and I hope that works out for you. And Dan, you seem like a nice guy. And Jim, you're a little weird, but thank you for being here. Thanks for everyone for watching. It's another murder mystery. We did it.
We did it again. Thank you, Gumshoes.
Tune in tomorrow for the shows tomorrow, and then check our schedule for all the stuff coming up this week, and we'll see you later on. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, detective.